Support WrestleTalk!
Donate on Patreon. Samoa Joe is going to Money in the Bank. Lana and Naomi had a dance-off. And a big WWE star returns from injury. Literally big, because it's Big Cass. And he only really missed a week. To be honest, I struggled to come up with a good title for this video, because I'm not even supposed to be here today. Luke always reviews SmackDown, and I'm filling in for him again because apparently he's got to check on someone he's got captive. What could that mean? I'm Ollie Davis. Click the eye above my head for what you thought of the show, where you can choose from Smack Damn, Smacktastic, Smack Bang in the Middle, Ellsworthy, and the B-Team Barbecue, as I review the 29th of May 2018 edition of SmackDown Live in about 4 minutes. Samoa Joe opened SmackDown with a Kane-like promo, including phrases like salvation and campaign of fear. The difference between Joe's delivery to Kane's, though, is that when Joe says stuff like this, it's legitimately terrifying. But bringing up Brie Bella and Birdie was too much, and Daniel Bryan came out to break Joe's legs. Speaking of broken legs, an injured Big Cass then appeared to reveal we won't be getting the much-anticipated Joe vs. Bryan main event, because Paige has decreed Cass will be facing Joe instead once he's cleared, which is right now. A scuffle ensued, with Cass standing tall with the briefcase. As much as I was looking forward to Joe vs. Bryan, and I really was, this is smart long-term booking. Joe vs. Bryan is a big-time match, and deserves more of a feud and storyline around it. Paige later revealed it would be a triple threat between all three men to get the last Money in the Bank place. How do you build up a last man standing match? I know, fight someone whose whole gimmick is counting the number 10, which means Ty Dillinger's still employed, everyone, it's okay. This was a very effective filler match to build to AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura in 3 weeks' time, with Nakamura pinning Ty after a Kinshasa and then knocking him out after the match for the 10 count. It would have been significantly more effective, though, if Nakamura won that actual match that way instead of a simple pin. AJ Styles put over Shinsuke's striking game to generic WWE interviewer number 3 afterwards, and then said something about Nakamura underestimating. I wasn't really paying attention. I couldn't stop looking at AJ's luscious hair. Now that Lana's in the Money in the Bank match, how do you get around her not being a very good wrestler? Dance-offs, of course! Rusev and Aiden English accompanied Lana down to the ring, so the Usos joined Naomi because they're not doing anything else right now. Lana busted out half a spinneroonie and some robot-based offense, while Naomi did this thing with her butt. They then both danced together and hugged, which was horrible for a moment, until Lana gave Naomi a backbreaker and started a brawl. This wasn't terrible. Possibly the best thing on the episode, though, was the very fun and frantic New Day vs. Miz and Bar 6-man tag. Xavier Woods leaping over the top rope by using Sheamus as a step. Kofi jumping off the ring post to the outside. It was a great match, which Big E won with a big ending on Miz, possibly hinting that he'll be getting the New Day's Money in the Bank place, especially with his singles victory over The Miz last week. In a new addition to his character, Carl Anderson now talks about his abs. Just when the Good Brothers were about to call their Money in the Bank opponents nerds, though, the Bludgeon Brothers appeared on a nearby TV screen to threaten about liquefying bodies. Before Asuka's match with the stunning Mandy Rose, the best friend and roommate of the stunning Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, attacked her on the ramp. This allowed the stunning Mandy Rose to somewhat believably get the upper hand, before eventually tapping to the Asuka lock. Charlotte and Becky Lynch bantered about Money in the Bank backstage afterwards, so Paige booked a match for them next week. Stand down, Rey Mysterio-led Latino faction in WWE. When Sin Cara tried to embrace Andrade Cien Almas backstage for also being Latino, Zelina Vega told him to get lost. The main event was a really good, fast-paced triple threat, with each man getting their chance to shine. As ever, though, Bryan was once again the standout. Never content with playing the beaten down babyface Roman Reigns style, he was constantly fighting both men. It's a fascinating dynamic considering his smaller size to Roman. Despite appearing to be the underdog, Bryan is mostly booked to take at least half the match. Roman, however, gets beaten for 80% despite being physically larger, and just snatches victory at the end. Having the match won against Big Cass, Bryan was then caught from behind in Joe's Coquina clutch and passed out, which is a noble way to lose. But it does beg the question, why didn't confident Reigns lose his Backlash match against Joe when he visibly passed out in the hold. Cass beat up Bryan afterwards with the big boot. Yay, that feud is continuing. This was a very watchable episode, with all the feuds being furthered and 2 really good matches. This week's SmackDown is smacktastic. Enzo Amore has returned to the public eye with a shocking music video. Click the video on screen now to find out more details, and give us a subscribe to keep up to date with all the latest backstage wrestling news. I've been Ollie Davis, and that was wrestling.